into the room. You're free to just be you. Tell me your story, and we will go exploring. Let's explore together. Let's explore together.
Hello and welcome back to Sack in the City. My name is Teresa Marie. Here joining us today is Jessica. So when we were talking, we left off on the subject between the difference of sex and gender. Can you help the audience out with the difference between gender and sex?
Sure. So my understanding, again, this is not the gospel, this is not the dictionary, this is just me. My understanding of sex is the assignment at birth of body characteristics, genitalia, secondary sex chromosomes, all of that stuff. Gender is more of a psychological identity, how you identify with what you've seen in society, in the gender binary dominated world that we live in, male, female, not a whole lot of gray area in between.
Okay.
Unfortunately.
I think that did a really good job in like opening the window for a lot of people and expanding their minds on what the difference is. One of the last things that we also just topped on that I was like, I'm not familiar with that, is the reference of gender fuck. So I took to Google because, that's how I learn things. Gender fuck.
Gender fuck.
It's fun to say. Deliberately sending mixed messages about one's sex, usually through one's dress, wearing a skirt, and a beard. It is based upon the belief/idea that either gender does not exist, but only in the contents of culture, or that there are multiple genders beyond male and female, including but not limited to transgender. It is giving a statement of freedom for all genders in a society where gender confines people. It does not mean that a guy wearing a dress is gay. He is just gender fucking. Gender, sex, and sexuality are separate characteristics. So I do appreciate that you bringing up that term, especially one that I wasn't familiar with, because looking into it more and then reading that, and it is from an urban dictionary, which just means it's like a little bit more modern, I kind of get that. I do. And I think that what you just were talking about with that you kind of back that up a little bit. So it's not having those constraints, really, just being open.
And in 2018, that's still a novel concept. That's still a sort of an outside the box thinking. It's unfortunate, but I feel like we're getting.
Well, and it goes back to kind of how I first started this interview, that we assign a gender or a sexuality to items of clothes or to colors. The guy
pink?
Wearing pink. Yeah, exactly. Which
purple?
So many do so well.
Rainbow?
Exactly. You dyed your hair. What? You're wearing what? Like, exactly. So it's not just items of clothes. It also is colors and the way that you express yourself. I think that's really important to mention as well. So now that we're talking about sexuality and, the way that you show it and all of that good stuff, you yourself, are you straight? Are you bisexual?
I'm straight as an arrow, girl.
Identify. I only laugh because of the way you said that. Okay. There's nothing funny about straight people.
Straight people are boring.
No.
Just kidding. Straight people are great.
We call them vanilla.
Vanilla.
No,
I don't identify as straight. I don't identify as gay.
Okay.
I am pansexual. a lot of people will say, "Oh, aren't you bisexual?"
Yeah, I was gonna say, what's the difference between bisexual and pansexual?
Yeah, that's great. Bisexual is sort of the third term of sexual orientation that we've sort of always understood.
Sure.
Gay, straight, bisexual.
Right.
Okay.
Okay.
It sort of that's been sort of the all-encompassing of what's not gay and what's not straight. It's just sort of goes into that. But again, this is just my perspective. Pansexual, to me, bisexual assumes two genders. Pansexual assumes multiple genders. Okay? So a pansexual will say, I'm attracted to a person, hearts not parts. I'm attracted to a person regardless of how they identify, how they present, whether they have a penis, a vagina, they wear makeup, they have a facial hair.
Hearts, not parts.
Hearts, not parts.
Want to say that
But
again.
always farts. Always.
You'd love me, honey. All right, I'm sorry, I didn't mean that. Go on.
She just had a chili dog. Okay, so pansexual presumes multiple genders. I like to see the world, I do see the world as not being male, female.
Okay.
I like to see the grayer areas in most people that I meet, in just about everyone. Not everybody's like that, I get it. My thinking is not the norm, so that's fine. But yes, that's my interpretation of pansexual.
Okay, I get that. And I will add that I think a lot of our society's views on sexuality are quite skewed.
And archaic.
So the women are the shopaholics, and they spend too much, and they're the ones that stay at home with the kids, and they cook and they clean, and it's really actually not true, and it's kind of like silly. Like, I'll be honest, this is about you and not me, but with my husband, he's the one I can't trust at Target. Okay, he's the one
Doesn't
that
surprise me.
he goes for some Wheaties, okay, and some dog food, and he comes back with some like Sonic Ionic like fan, $300, and he's just like, baby, we really absolutely needed this self-growing garden. It has zucchini. And I'm like, wow, okay, so I would have gone in dog food, in, out, back.
Who doesn't like zucchini?
My husband also. So it's so funny because we constantly, as a society, though, we put these restrictions. And listen, regardless of how you feel about the whole subject, I know you understand what I'm talking about right now. We put so many restrictions on males and females. A male must be like this. He must be masculine. He must grow a beard. A female must be like this and, be all
Male must
prancy
work
and
on cars and watch
dancy.
football. And a female must not.
Oh, also, thank you for bringing that up. My husband hates football. I love it. Absolutely love it.
Love football.
And I will fight you. 49ers suck. Anyways, so
Chiefs suck. Actually, I don't hate the Chiefs at all.
I don't really actually hate the 49ers. But it's embedded in us that we just have to talk shit. It's a thing.
But we still love each other.
And so anyways, it always cracked me up that we put these like restrictions on like genders, and we're like, oh, you have to fit into this square, and you have to fit into this square. And it's like, humans don't fit into that square.
All right, have you been watching the NBA playoffs?
NBA
You're such
is
a girl.
not NFL. Okay, so March Madness, I'll watch.
Okay, I don't watch that. Are you like dying for like football season to come back in September?
Am I dying? No.
Oh, I'm dying. Like dying inside, like rotting. Like I can smell like.
Well, you brought up
rigor
that I'm a
mortis
Kansas City
and
Chiefs
death
fan, and I will be honest, it is our time to shine. So I'm looking forward to that.
I mean, Patrick Mahomes.
So you are pansexual.
I am.
You're open. You don't judge your love or attraction based on somebody being male or female. Whether, now, let me ask you this.
Okay.
Transgender, would it make a difference in what stage they're at?
For me to love them?
Yeah.
or for me to have sex with them.
So you brought it up, so I'm going to say both.
Honestly, I don't think either would be affected.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean,
Well,
the
chemistry
person,
is chemistry.
Chemistry is chemistry. That's a brilliant yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chemistry is chemistry. Yeah. Okay. And so you're still open.
Absolutely.
Is there anything that is other than politics or views, but anything maybe aesthetically about a person that is just like a no-go?
Teeth.
I almost said something and I stopped myself.
That's probably good. If somebody has bad teeth,
I'll make the joke later.
I generally am not attracted to them, no matter what. If the whole package is there, but the teeth are all wrong, deal breaker.
I'll be honest, I would actually make the joke, but I have like one really, really good friend from this country, and so I'm not going to say it because I love you, Debbie.
I don't
And
associate
Debbie
teeth with.
will get the joke. You will after the camera's off, and I will tell you.
Wait, is this an England thing where like the Austin Powers, the bad? So what? I've got bad teeth. She's not commenting. She's being quiet.
That might be a real thing, though. Anyway, okay,
Be
awesome.
quiet then.
So let me ask you this, though, real quick, as we wrap this up. Relationships. Have you had serious relationships? Have you been married?
Yes, and I have been married.
Okay.
I'm separated currently.
Okay.
To a female.
Okay.
We'll be soon be getting a divorce.
Had she met Jessica? Did she accept Jessica?
When we first met, she met Jessica online. First day.
So she knew.
She knew right off the bat.
Right out of the
Yep.
gate about
and she
Jessica.
was great right off the bat.
Okay.
Right? Yeah.
That's awesome. Okay.
It was awesome.
Yeah.
Over time, she sort of changed.
Okay.
And became less accepting and decided, it wasn't something that she wanted to be with. So.
Can I ask you this without like jumping into your personal relationship with her?
Maybe.
Do you fair. Do you think that it was about her being less accepting of Jessica, or do you think it was more about her personal internal struggles where she kind of had to find something with you to pick on and draw out, and that was something she went for?
That's possible, but
It's a tough one.
I don't know.
It's also a tough one.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like, it's not something that you can be like, oh, I like onions, or I don't. I mean, it takes a minute to think about, like, for sure.
Wait,
So,
are we talking about caramelized or onion rings, or what? Give me a format.
She speaks my language.
Straight off the knife.
For the record, all onions. Beautiful. Well, no, I'm
No.
not gonna like
No,
jump into one. Jump into one.
you could jump into an onion.
I could.
You could.
It would actually
and
help
throw
me.
down the,
I would
like, all
smell
the-
better
All the onion
than
balls.
I do now.
Like a ball pit.
I'm Italian. It's close enough.
Garlic.
I'm garlic.
Oregano? Or is that Mexican? That's Italian.
It's Italian. It's Italian.
Are we doing a cooking show or?
I actually want to. Yes. Oh, okay. All right. So, do you have children?
I do.
Have they met Jessica?
They have, and
Okay.
they're all accepting.
They're cool.
Yeah, they're cool.
No problems.
No problems.
No questions.
Well, I mean, they've had questions,
Sure.
but I've had like full-on conversations with them, and
But no issues, no
not that I-
combative,
No.
them just like struggling, with that or X, Y, and Z.
I would hope that if they ever had any sort of struggles or questions that are unresolved, that they would. I feel like we're in that relationship that they could bring that up with me, and I would answer honestly. They could ask me anything.
And you've created that open communication between you and your children, so
I hope that I strive to, and I hope that's happened. I feel like
I
that
think
has.
that's awesome. I think that's important for all parents, regardless of how you identify. I think that's really important for all parents.
It's
to
always
do.
been a goal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Heard. Jessica, thank you so much for coming on the show.
Thank you.
I really want to give you the final word and the final thought. Is there anything that you want to say to the interwebs?
Hello, interwebs.
Gross.
I would just say that gender is not always what you perceive it as. Always leave it up to the person who has the say in identifying what they are.
I think that's really awesome. Respect and love above all.
And respect.
I was like, you get the final word, and then I'm going to talk again. Sorry.
Love, but where's respect? How do we do respect? R-E-S-P-E-C-T, find out what it means to me.
You made a vagina.
I made a vagina. Oh, okay. No.
No. Jessica, thank you so much for coming on Sack in the City. It was our absolute honor to have you here. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
You were amazing.
You're amazing.
Thank you.
This show is fucking amazing.
Thank you.
Let's explore.